Hey guys, it's Caleb Menard again, and this is another disc golf disc review. Today we will be reviewing none other than the Star Wedge by Innova with Wedge Antilles TIE Fighter. You know it's awesome. First of all, let's go over the stats on the Star Wedge. I'm not positive on the stats on any of my discs, as I have said on many of my reviews, but I got a general idea. This is a pretty darn understable disc. It's a 3.5 speed disc. So it's very unique. It's the only disc that has a half speed in it. It pretty much bridges the gap between mid-range and putter. This is my putter. I had a first run Star Wedge when they first came out, but I ended up selling it to our local disc golf store because it was actually worth some money back then whenever the first runs came out. And I missed it ever since. I putted with R-Pro AVR putting approaches, and I liked them, but they just didn't give me the same results because I like to do the Anheuser putting, where I like almost like a like an S-curve putt. And this is the perfect disc for that because it's so understable at high speeds, and at low speeds it's barely understable. What are the stats on it though? It is obviously, like I said, speed 3.5. It's got 5 glide, if I'm not mistaken. It might be less. I tend to buy high gliding, discs with high amounts of glide on them. For turn and fade, I believe that it is -1 and -1 and -4. I'm not certain on that, but it makes sense in my head for some reason. It is pretty darn understable. But what does it do for me? If I'd never throw a power grip on this thing, mostly just because it has such a small rim. I throw a fan grip with it, and if I throw full power, completely flat, it'll tail off almost into a roller. Or if I have to make a really sharp corner, I know I can do that. But if I throw it without any run up, with just a bit of power, it will just bullet straight. Maybe a little bit of Anheuser, and then it'll just go straight again. Pretty much no hyzer at the end. I've almost aced at least 7 or 8 different times with this disc. This guy, some discs are tree magnets. This guy is the opposite of a tree magnet. He sees trees and says, "Screw you," and goes around them. I mean, I've had this guy go through trees where I swear the gap is about a foot. This is just an amazing disc. And for putting, it works really great for me because I do the Anheuser putting, and this guy just holds a putt line because of the amount of stability it is. What would I rate this guy for usefulness? First of all, you gotta take into consideration it's Star Plastic, so this guy just lasts for forever. It's not like it's a driver where you're always gonna be driving with it. Now, I do a little bit of driving with it, and that's just because around my house we got a lot of short courses that are woodsy. But mostly I use it for putting, so you're not gonna wear this in, and it's already Star Plastic, so this thing is gonna last you for forever. And it's very true to the stats. At high speeds, it's very understable, and at low speeds, it's perfectly flat, if not a little bit understable. So I would give this thing a 9 out of 10 for quality and such. And that concludes my review of the Star Wedge by Innova discs.